when women really like a man
Mhm.
but get rejected, they
Mhm.
always insult the man, even when he is nice and humble about it. Do you feel it's revenge or a coping mechanism?
All right, so you know how you do that thing where you ask a question, you say when women. Do you know that men do that more often than women? You know how many bitches I've been called? Or stuck ups?
But
Or
you nice,
stuck up light skinned bitch?
but you nice about it? It's a joke. It's a joke.
I try to be as nice as possible because again, I'm always afraid of getting kidnapped or hurt. Like I swear, I'll walk through the world saying they're gonna take me, they're gonna beat me up, they're gonna shoot me. I just all these. So that being said, I am very polite because I am not trying to. I'm not trying to get assaulted by a guy that felt rejected.
Mhm.
At the very least, sometimes I just act like my headphones all the way up.
Nah,
Uh,
but like, yes, men do that, but when women do it, it's like a, it's like a subtle, like a girl being called a B. It's like words hurt and all that, but
well, you
it's
oftentimes the B word is accompanied with some type of aggression.
yes, yes. I'm not down that. I'm just saying when men call women names,
Mhm.
it hurts, but they've been called names so many times, like
Wow.
it should not hurt. Like
Wait, what?
if somebody called me a name, like only thing that could get me mad and somebody could say to me is SMD. That's the only thing somebody could do to get me so furious I want to fight them. That's the only thing a dude could say to me to make me want to fight them. Other than that, I'm like, yo, dude, you're a grown ass man. Like, yo, you really want to fight, man?
So I should be used to be getting called one, so it shouldn't upset me.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying when women do it,
Okay.
they will punch you in the gut. They would be like,
No, y'all just are soft and have fragile egos.
no, no.
Yeah, yeah.
Like listen, the balloon thing, the balloon challenge thing, the
Oh, the
thing.
balloon. Yeah, yeah.
No, so I'm watching one of those, and all the girls like this guy. All the girls, and he
Mm,
was there before, and all the girls liked him then. So, so when he rejected the girl, they always said something personal about
mhm.
him. Your jeans too tight, this and that. It's like it was meant to like punch
Mhm.
below the gut.
Yeah.
A female being called a B, like I used to know a girl. She had a game in high school. It was
Mhm.
called the bitches. All right, it stands for being in total control of herself. That's what it stood for.
That sounds dumb as hell, but continue.
Yeah, but I'm saying some people don't care about that. Look at
And some guys don't care being told that somebody to suck their.
yeah, look at that girl Amber that Kanye used to date.
Okay.
Amber Rose, like
That's
she
not
got the slut walk. You're like
okay.
she don't care about being called a slut.
Okay. That is two people.
I'm just saying in general, there's a lot of people out there like that. Like
Okay. And
it's a mean Emma Roses out there.
I don't know if that's the number. Okay, this is what I'm gonna say. We are so you're not totally wrong. We're so used to abuse
Mhm.
that we just say whatever, it's not worth it. You as males have a very fragile ego because y'all are not used to going through certain type of abuse. You don't have to walk down the street and be called names. You don't have to walk down the street and be afraid of a woman. You have to walk down the street and be concerned about what you're wearing. These are none of the things you have to deal with. So I think you just don't know how to deal with it.
But men got fears too.
Not from us.
Yes.
No, y'all don't have fears from us. Walk it. Perfect example. At night. Of course, we're all afraid of being out at night.
Hmm.
What are you afraid of?
At night,
Yes.
nothing really.
Okay. I'm
Police.
afraid of men.
I'm afraid of police.
I'm afraid of men and police, especially if they're male police.
Hmm.
Because as a black person, I'm just afraid. I mean, I'm not really afraid of them, but the reality is, I know that I could possibly be a target because I'm black or because of whatever. But yeah, I'm afraid of men. I'm not afraid of a rat. The rat's not going to attack me. It might run across my feet. That's going to make me nervous, but it's not going to be like it's not going to do anything to me. Um, we could talk about creatures, but I am afraid of men. If all the men disappeared, I'll walk through the street at night like, this is wonderful. What do you want to do tonight? It'll be great.
Now,
I could walk through with a sports bra. I could do whatever I want because no one's going to do anything to me because the
now,
men are gone.
now, men got fears too. If a man don't have something recorded, it's his word against hers. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you two situations. I'm gonna tell you a situation that happened to one of my cousins. And I'm gonna
Okay,
tell you
I
something
hear
that
you.
happened to me.
But before you go into that situation,
Mhm.
I do understand that that's the case. But do understand more times than not, we do not get justice for being assaulted.
Yes, that's true.
So I understand that you have fears. What I'm saying is your 5 times compared to our million times, it's also it's kind of it's it, and also truth be told, there's a way that you can try to prevent that. I think guys are just very used to not having to protect themselves from things, that the fact that they do is like, oh my God, did you know that I could get accused of doing this? And just like, did you know that by simply walking into a room, I could be gang raped? It's not, you know, like, so you can go into your examples. I'm just saying, I understand that y'all can be targets, but not as often as us.
And like I said, I understand like that y'all are targets, but I'm saying it's two sides of the same coin. Yes,
it's not the same, but okay.
For a man gotta watch what he say at all times. Like, for example, my cousin was in the store. The guy asked him for $1. He said to the guy, no. Then he turned to the lady. He said, this guy asked me for $1. He like he got more money than me. She said, what you said to me? He said, this guy asked me for $1. Like he got more money than me. She said, sir, he sexually harassing me. And the guy came behind her. No, you gotta leave the store. This and that. No, you can't sexually harass women. This and that. I'm walking down the street now. You notice my phone's got paper stickers around it. So my cameras are covered, so I can't record. My stickers recorded. I've been doing this for years, and so I'm walking down the street. There's a woman behind me, and my phone is in my hand. You know, and then like before I used to keep it in my back pocket, not my front. I didn't like keeping stuff in my front pocket. So instead of me keeping it in my back pocket, somebody walked up to me and took it out of my back pocket, and that's why I stopped keeping it in my back pocket. So I'm not keeping it in my hand at this time. So I'm walking. The lady's like, he recording people butts, this and that. I don't know who she's talking about. I'm just walking, but it's like after like the 5th block, I turn around, I see she following me. So I look at the lady, I'm like, the lady, you bugged out. Like, she's like, you turn it on. I said, lady, my cameras are covered. I can't record shit. This and that. I said, what you doing is bugged out. Like, you trying to destroy my life or something? Like, you bugged out, lady. You just put that on there. I was like, come on, lady. I just walked away. She kept saying it. Follow me again. Always my job. Follow me, yelling that shit. You know, I'm saying, it's two sides of the same coin. Yes, a woman could be abused, a woman could get verbally abused, physically abused, and all that. But a man could be accused of a crime, and unless it's on camera. Now, you ever heard of what's called paternity fraud?
No, the term no.
Paternity fraud and family court fraud. It's with that. So this is when women do two things. They either put a baby that they know that's not the man's on them. That's paternity fraud. Or they will go to court, say it's their husband, something like that. Oh, he sexually harassed my kid. He SA'd my kid. He SA'd the kids and tell horrible story. He maybe tried to get the kid. And this like I think between like 5 and 30% this happens to men. Between 5 and 30% of men this happens to. You know, that's crazy. 30% is a lot. You know, 5% is a lot. You know. This is what I'm trying to say. It's two sides of the same coin. You know, yes, we not getting punched in the face by women, but a woman could be like, he touched my butt, and now you're doing 3 years in jail.
Okay. Sorry, you covered a lot. Where'd you start? So, if you allow somebody to say a baby is yours, you don't get a paternity test, that's your stupid ass fault. Because that can be proven. So if you say, oh my God, she put this baby on me and now I'm a father forever, and you didn't get a paternity test to prove that, but you're an idiot. So that's that. I'm gonna cross that one off. What were you gonna say?
And I was gonna say on that note, but if you married to this person, you've been married for 5 years, you get pregnant, why would you want to test the DNA of your child? You should automatically.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
I'm talking about two different scenarios.
Okay, so in that scenario where you guys aren't together, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
In a scenario where you're married, then fine. But also, most marriages, that's not the case. Most marriages, people don't just have babies with somebody else. Like that. That's,
you want to Google this?
It's not a most. Most is over 50%. You're saying over 50% of the people out here have babies with people who are not their husband within the marriage. No.
Google how much 5% is. 30%.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I'm saying Google how many people go to court,
yes,
and find out that they're not the father of the child. Google the percentage. Oh, and I bet you
you think it's over 50%.
Oh, that's what you're trying to say.
Yes.
But 30% is still a lot though.
It's not a most. You know what most is, right? Over 50%.
51%.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. I'm sure there's a lot of people out here. This world is very vast. Like there's how many billions of people in this world? Yeah. I'm sure it happens enough. I'm saying it's not more than 50% of people. Because if that was the case, I would have heard about it happening to people I know.
Nah, I know people have. I know dudes that actually swallowed their kid's mouth and
Mhm.
yeah, and then we're happy like that.
And they were married in a relationship, like
No. These are dudes that wasn't married. They slept with a girl. The girl got pregnant. Girl was crazy. She ended up. I think she left the kid with him and dipped
Okay,
off. Yeah.
got you.
But why we on this topic?
Oh,
That's what I seen.
Lord. Uh-huh.
That's what I seen.
Mhm.
So this dude, right? His girl. His girl got pregnant,
Mhm.
right? And the baby comes out. Baby light skin. I think baby was lighter than you. So he's like, this is the white baby.
Mhm.
So he confronts her. In fact, he didn't confront her. He didn't confront her. He just did a DNA test.
Mhm.
He just did a DNA test. Found out, yeah, he's not the father,
Mhm.
right? But because she was an unfit mother, he went to court and got full custody and made her put on child support.
Mhm.
He said, this baby not with mine. He said, I got a baby. He said, she's getting this baby back to you. Yeah, he did it for spite and revenge. That's crazy.
That's wrong.
That's different. What's the new saying that kids be saying nowadays?
I'm not saying it. I refuse because they just discovered this word. I'm not saying it.
Like, no, like,
Yeah, that's kind of messed up because don't do that out of spite. Like, come on.
Yeah. He
I
took the
hate
woman
people.
baby, even though he know the baby not his. You know?
But like, if you genuinely felt that you were a safer space, then fine. Ugh, I hate
Yeah.
people. I mean, we talk about this all the time. I hate everyone.
Baby look healthy though. They like to take care of the baby.
Okay, so the baby is washed and fed. Got it. The bare minimum. Bare minimum.
Nah, a kid needs his mother, or at least a
Or
woman.
at least, like, I feel like a kid needs people around them that are safe spaces. If the mother was not unfit, then that's not fair.
But he didn't do it because he loved the baby. He did it because she cheated.
Exactly. Like, come
and
on.
because I guess he was on the birth certificate. He's like, yo, taking custody of this kid.
No.
And
See,
put
that's
on
the
child
type of
support.
stuff. No. Anyway, that's unfortunate
That's wild and different.
for that kid and for her.
Never heard nothing like that.
But yeah. So anyway, I disagree. They're two sides of the same coin. The reality is, they're two separate things. And sorry, we went through too much at one time. My brain is like, all right, ask me the question again.
The question was,
How do we get into that?
question was, when women really like men but get rejected, they always assault the man, even when.
Okay.
That's another thing that was different.
Mm-hmm.
She already established that she liked the man.
Mm-hmm.
It was not like a stranger walking down the street.
Yeah. And then she switched up.
Yeah.
Y'all do that all the time.
No, we do not.
Yes, you do. Oh my God. What? I swear you either be lying or you're in denial. It's crazy. Because here's the thing. I can at least acknowledge that both genders do a thing, and you be like, we don't do that. And I'm like, here's the thing. The reason why I say that both genders do it is because there's nothing that only one gender does. There's too many of us, right? So that being said, you always are on the guy's side. I'm just like, no, all people are shitty. At the end of the day, people do it because of a lack of maturity. They do it because it's a defense mechanism, absolutely. And sometimes they want to embarrass people as a defense mechanism. They're like, oh, okay, well, you rejected. Like, people of every size, color, shape have issues with rejection. I have issues with no one likes rejection, but you just say okay, or you just avoid putting yourself out there. That's fine. But at the end of the day, I think it's just so easy to do that to people, because when somebody says you didn't get the job, what do you say? I ain't with this job, no way. No one does that, but they find it easier to just come at people and say, well, that's why you're ugly. That's why your dreads is dirty. That's why your shit. Like, the reality is messed up. Like, I've only ever physically experienced or witnessed it with men to women, but I'm not going to sit here and say that men are the only people to do that, because it's not true. There's a lot of women, yes, especially on Pop the Balloon, where they seem to do it out of spite. But then you watch the next episode and the guy does it too. So it's like, I think that, like I said, it's a lack of maturity and it's a lack of confidence, because if somebody says, oh, well, this and that, it's just like, or maybe it's just more specific. If I say I like you and you say I don't like light-skinned girls, okay. Have a good day. Like, it's okay. Or I don't like short girls, or I like girls that are really fit. Okay, well, that ain't me. So, it is what it is. Now, if you say something really nasty to me, I don't like to go back and forth with people, so I probably wouldn't respond. But I can totally understand why somebody else would respond a certain way, because you were nasty about it, or you said something really insulting. I also do feel that when rejecting someone, you don't have to say certain things. You can say, no, thank you. What happened to just no, thank you? Like somebody offers you food that you don't like, you say no thank you. You don't say nah because this and that and that and this, and it's just like now you're doing too much. Just say no. That's it. That's my piece. That's my answer.
I had a conversation with a dude the other day, and I was like, we was talking about like the topic we was just on, and I was like, I think dudes take it harder, and this is why they act out because this dude, especially like when a girl cheat on them and they want to leave the girl, I said this dude probably took 10 years to find that girl, so he leave this girl, he probably don't know where he gonna find another girl. You know, it's not like a guy like me where I could leave a girl and I'm so confident that I can go out there and find another girl.
So the funny thing is, typically, men, ugly, attractive, everywhere in between, fat, skinny, fit, whatever, are told that they are God's gift. I lied to you not. There are some men that look like complete toads that think I could just get another girl. The reality is, there's somebody out there that doesn't mind if he looks like a toad. So that being said, y'all take it hard, and I'm telling you this and this is how I'm gonna use this as an example to get you to understand. You know how the common issue that we have with our white counterparts is getting them to understand that they are actually not victims, even though they feel like they are sometimes. Like there's no such thing as reverse racism, but because something is being done to them that they don't like, it's like, oh, it's reverse racism. It's just like, no, we created our own spaces because you didn't give us our own spaces, and now we won't let you into those spaces because we had to create this on our own anyway, and it's literally called Black this or Afro that, and now you want to be a part of it and you're not a part of that. Meanwhile, when they created it, it either said white or it was just called what it was, and there wasn't a specific, on paper, there wasn't a specific group that they were gearing towards. So to make it make sense, BET, Black Entertainment Television. You have the Grammys. There's nothing in the Grammys that says black, white, anything. It's supposed to be the American Grammy, like the American music, right? But y'all wouldn't let us into that. So now we had the BET Awards and we're not going to nominate a white person. Just like, well, wait, that's reverse racism. So that's my example, right? With men, I feel like often men do the same thing. I'm a victim because these couple things can happen to me. And it's just like, that is unfortunate. But you are still not experiencing what we experience and have experienced forever. So I think it's very hard. And then I will say this, as a Black woman, I am the lowest on the totem pole of society. Men, as a man, you will always be higher than any woman, right? Now, are there certain things that could trump that? Sure. You know, a white woman could say you did something to them, they're definitely going to put you under the jail, right?
Any woman could say that.
But I'm saying specifically, but I'm saying if we're talking about the totem pole, you might be a little bit higher than a white woman, but at the end of the day, that white woman can still get you in a certain position, right? So white women are still higher than Black women, though. Depending on what you're talking about, Hispanic women are above Black women. Because at the end of the day, people look at angry Hispanic women as spicy Latinas. They're not angry Spanish women. Then you have angry Black women. You know what I mean? So at the end of the totem pole of society, you have us at the very bottom and the white man is at the very top. So I'm trying to explain to you, it is rough for Black men, sure, but y'all still have that penis that puts you in a certain level. We don't have a penis or a white skin. So that's why I try to explain to you sometimes you are not, you as a group, Black men are not as much victims in certain situations. And I think it's hard for you to see that because you've never been us. That's all I'm saying.
And I cannot complain with nothing you just said. I totally agree with everything you just said just now.
So
you explained that very well.
Well, thank you. No try.